Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a beautiful morning, not too breezy, sun is out, it's very cold, it's about -3 or -4 degrees, but decent running conditions other than the cold. So it is Friday Funnels Day today, where we discuss all things marketing and sales funnels, and today's topic is about your transformational message to your target client. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. So it's strange this morning because you wouldn't think it, but it's Christmas Day today, so Merry Christmas everyone. You won't be seeing this until 2 weeks later, so you'll be back into work in the first week of Jan, back to the grind when you'll be picking this up. But it is Christmas Day, so this just shows my commitment to this vlog, that I'm out Christmas Day for a quick half an hour 5k, try and work off those extra pounds. But anyway, as this is part 4 in the marketing series I just did. Part 1 was, who is your target avatar, and how to go through the process to identifying them. Part 2 was, where does your target market or target avatar hang out? So how do you find these people? Part 3 is, how do you hook? How do you capture the attention of your target market using marketing techniques? And today is about getting across the transformational message about what your product or service offers to your target avatar, target clients. So this is really, really important because you've done all the work in identifying them, you've found where they are, you've captured their attention, so now you've got to give them the transformational message of what can you do to make their life significantly better. It might sound a little bit OTT if you're selling a pair of socks, for example, but this is where you get your kind of unique selling point. It might be that your socks are the warmest socks in the world, for example, never get frostbite on your toes again, something like that, so something that's transformational. Because what I've learned through my limited years in marketing is that people pay money predominantly for 2 things. It's either implementation of something, or it's a transformation in their life. They're paying for kind of a fast track, and it's obviously all relative depending on what you're selling, but whatever you're selling is solving a problem for that client, and it's in a relatively small degree. If it's like a pair of socks, you might think it's doing not making a lot of difference to someone's life, but to people who have cold feet and you've got the warmest socks going, that's pretty transformational to them. So it's all relative, but if you're hitting your target consumers correctly and you know enough about them, you will only be trying to get your transformational message in front of the right people, so it will be relevant and they're more likely to act on that message. So I think I did a quadrant before, I talked about this before, about you should give away information for free. This vlog, give away education for free. This vlog is quite educational, it's all for free. But if I was then going to help somebody implement the things that I'm teaching, so as a coach or a mentor, I'd charge for that. Now, I'm not doing it, by the way, I'm just giving you an example. I'm not a coach anymore. I've done coaching, I've done mentorship. It was very rewarding, but it wasn't for me in terms of it was taking too much of my time up, and I was kind of felt that I was kind of on call for a lot of clients, so it's not my style anymore. But I did find it quite fulfilling, and maybe I'll get back into coaching in the future, but on a very limited basis. But I have no coaching product now, so I'm not selling it, so just for the record. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is that people pay for implementation of, so somebody to help them implement something people generally pay for. And the last one is transformation. Now this is the biggie. If whatever you're selling, your product or service, is going to transform that person's life in a positive way, then you've got a great chance of selling that, providing you're hitting the right target market. So think about your transformational message, because it's so important you get this right, and you've done those other 3 stages right. You've identified your target market, You found out how to reach them. You've hooked them with some attention-grabbing headline, and you've told them the story through the hook story offer phase. But often the offer will be linked to your transformational message. So transform your life by doing X. Sign up here. Something along those lines. So the transformational message is super important. So if I give you some examples here, like if I go for Property Empire Builder, my property education company. Okay, so we've just released our 2 Squared Academy, which starts, we've got 150 or so subscribed already for it to commence on the 4th of January. So super excited about that. It's a year-long program. It's really low cost. It was £1 for the first month and then £50 a month for 11 instalments. And our transformational statement is we will replace your income with property income within 12 months. That's a pretty bold statement, and I'm fully aware that there will be a proportion of people that won't take enough action or won't move forward fast enough to achieve that goal. But it's very achievable. So our guarantee to people is, if they haven't managed to get there within 12 months, we'll continue working with them for free until they do. Okay, so that's pretty transformational. I'm going to replace your current income with income from property specifically associated around the strategies I'm going to teach you, and that's going to replace your current income in 12 months. Now that is pretty transformational and pretty powerful. And not only that, I'm giving you a guarantee that if I don't do it, I'll keep working with you for free until you have achieved it. So I've almost guaranteed I'm going to replace, well I have guaranteed I'm going to replace your income with income from property based on the strategy I'm going to teach you, which is amazing. And that's why we're getting such a high conversion rate, especially on the basis that, you know, it's only £1 to get in, and you know, less than a monthly phone bill for many people on an 11-month instalment program. So it's super affordable. So the return on investment for individuals, I mean, they're paying 600 quid over the course of the year, slightly under that, and you know, they're going to have a monthly income of, say, I don't know, £2,500 a month by the end of it, depending on obviously what their income is and what their goals are. It's all going to vary to a degree, but the return on investment is going to be almost infinite when, well, not infinite, but it'll be within the thousands and thousands of percent, because you'll get your money back. You probably do one deal, you've got your whole money, you've got all your money back for the whole year. So and a lot of people will be able to do a deal in the first 1 or 2 months. So the return on investment is crazily high. So again, it makes it pretty much a no-brainer. So I'm even convincing myself that I would sign up to this if I wasn't jointly responsible for running it. But that's the power of this stuff. You see, there's no downside to this. And even if you look at the worst case scenario, you spent 550 quid over the course of a year. Okay, even if you don't fully replace your income, it would be amazing if you didn't at least replace a proportion of it. I mean, you should, one deal, like I say, should more than provide. I mean, you should be making the whole year's subscription in one deal, even if you do a rent to rent. Okay, so it's which is one of the low cost entry strategies that we teach. You'll be clearing 550 quid easy, and that's the power of this stuff. So hopefully I've kind of given you a bit of an understanding. Let's go to the transformational message for Property Empire Investments, where we're working with a government agency to house asylum seekers, but it's on a guaranteed full repair and insurance lease for 10 years, full management as well. So once you've kind of secured the asset and you've converted it to the specification that the government agency requires, then you've got 10 years worth of guaranteed rental income with no deductions. Again, that's pretty transformational, because anybody who's in property and realises how hard management can be, all of a sudden you've got and voids and maintenance, all these disbursements that come off of your bottom line. All of a sudden you've got a way to do this without any disbursements, a guaranteed income and no work. Once you've set it up, and you've signed a lease, it's a done deal for 10 years, which is crazy. So again, transformational messages that are so powerful because they're going to transform people's lives. So the transformational message there would be, you know, existing landlords, for example, never worry about voids, maintenance, you know, damages, and get a fixed income for 10 years guaranteed. 10 years worth of positive cash flow, significant positive cash flow, and we can even put some ROI figures in depending on each deal, but you're looking at least 20% on every deal. So after 5 years, if you're buying, this is if you're buying, you've got all your money back, and then for the next 5 years it's clear profit. Okay, so staggering figures there. If you do it on a rent to rent or local entry, the return on investment would be thousands and thousands, tens of thousands % because you get your money back so quickly within a first few months, and then it's just going to be profit making, you know, for the next 10 years, and it quite often gets renewed further than that. So again, this is transformational stuff which is really hitting home with your specific target market. So if I was summarising this, remember the stages you get to. Stage 1, identify your target consumer. Number 2, identify where they are, so how you can access them. Number 3, grab their attention and tell them the story. So the hook and the story. Number 4, what's the offer? What's the transformational message you're going to give them that's going to make them take action? Or what's the implementation of something? Implementation or transformation, the two things that's going to make that person take action. So really, really important you understand that. So hopefully this has been useful, and I strongly recommend you go through this process. When you do go through it, it's game changing. And as I've said, our conversion rates for our 2 Squared Academy are crazily high. I think I mean, this in terms of sales, I think we're selling at kind of 30-40% conversion rate, which is really high for a sale. That's not factoring in the conversion rates for people registering their interest, watching the training, clicking the call to action. So that's 40% from the traffic to purchase, which is, you know, astronomically high. If we can keep that at that level, it will be a very happy 2021. So, as always, hopefully that's about it for me today. I need to get back and play with my kids. It's Christmas Day. But as always, got any questions, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger question, I'll still respond, but I'll do a separate vlog episode and tag you in. If this is not relevant to you and you're not into marketing, just unfollow. I don't want to clutter up people's social feeds. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the Runpreneur YouTube channel, where I cover 7 different topics each day of the week. There's 7 different topics on, so a different topic on each day of the week, and they're all catalogued nice and neatly by playlists. So if you're in the Runpreneur YouTube channel, you'll be able to tap in and out of stuff that is relevant to you on an ad hoc basis. And also make sure you are in the Facebook Runpreneur community group, whereby I'm hosting all the free resources that accompany this vlog. So the first one we released is our 70-step process on how you can repurpose, reformat and optimize your social content across all channels to be omnipresent and specific on each channel, which is if you're interested in creating content, it'll be really, really useful for you to check that out, so don't miss out on that. And all that's left to say is that the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs and business owners overcome the emotions of stress, anxiety and overwhelm by using exercise, or in my case running, as a release mechanism to control, manage and thrive under these emotions that every single entrepreneur or business owner experiences. The ones that do it well have this release mechanism to process and to release the pressure that's building up and to thrive under it. The ones that don't have a release mechanism, the pressure builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and then one of two things happens. The entrepreneur breaks down or the business breaks down under the huge strain of the pressure. And unfortunately, if either of these scenarios occur, it's often terminal to the likelihood of your business lasting the test of time. So I've been there. I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I've had business partnership breakups because of this, and I've been absolute rock bottom, very close to bankruptcy because of this in the past, and I know how bad it is. But I now feel that I have this routine, this process on how I manage my stress and my emotions, overwhelm, anxiety on a daily basis, and as a result I feel completely in control. I'm really happy. I'm taking on more than I've ever taken on before, and I feel really excited about the future. So my pledge to you is, and there's absolutely no catch here, if you are an entrepreneur struggling with entrepreneurial pride, bottling things up, feeling you've got no one to talk to, drop me a message. I've done this for entrepreneurs already, and hopefully we've helped some people already, and we'll arrange a call. There's no catch, there's no sale, no nothing here. All I'm going to do is give you a few pointers to try and get you back onto the pathway to success. And I always said that if this vlog just say it helps one entrepreneur, saves one business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So don't be starved, stubborn. Reach out if you are an entrepreneur, so I'll be more than happy to try and help. So that's it for me today. What's left is, please remember, if you like this video, give it a like, comment and subscribe. If you want to see more relevant topics, please check out the playlist links below. And all that's left to say is stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.